Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to, hopefully quick, on how to add a post. The original question started with Dave, how do we add to the bottom, or how do we edit, what is it, how do we, under contact, no, how do we edit the text at the bottom of the home page? Well, that also the same question is, how do I add a blog? So that's one and the same. Adding a blog and changing the text at the bottom of the page is basically the same thing. And why that is because the most recent blog entries land here on the bottom. So as you add a new blog, these bottom tiles move to the right. They basically shift to the right, the most recent being on the left. So as we go through this tutorial and I show you a post or a blog post, you'll see that this last my latest entry goes away and is pushed off the home page. However, you can always find it in your blog post. So if we click on your blog, you'll see these bottom three tiles. First tile, second tile, and the third tile somewhere. Okay, so I should also mention, this is an important note, I have in here specific styles of blog posts. So this is just an image post. This is called a gallery post. This is called I don't know, but I'll show you when we get into the dashboard of the blog posts. This is obviously a video post. This is an audio post. And this is called a quote post, I believe. Okay, so there are also another characteristic I want you to see. So you see this read more? You can set the read more up on a post that has a lot of content. We do that so that when it filters to the home page, you don't have this huge long tile on your home page. I hope you know what I mean. I'll also come back to the home page so you can see what I'm talking about. So in this case, if you had a very long post, blah 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 blah, and we don't want to fill this little tidbit, this little snippet with a long rambling blog post, because it'll affect the layout of the page. So if a visitor clicks on a view of my studio, you'll see that this content isn't on the home page. It's part of the read more, I hope. Let's see, many of you asked when my next, yes, I'm between projects, moving to the next, I can't wait to see. So yeah, so if we had continued on and allowed all of that content from your post to go, your layout on these bottom three tiles would be funky, the middle one would be long, and so on. So that's why we have the read more section. Okay, so in order to do that read more, what I want you to do is, let's just assume we're going to do a read more. I want you to go over to your dashboard, go into your posts, go to all posts, and now let's say we want to do a new post, but you know it's going to be a long post. Go into a view of my studio as your example and look to see how you add that read more. So there it is. So you can go over to text, and you see this is a little bit of code here. That's code basically, believe it or not. So what I want you to do is, from your text tab, this is basically your HTML tab. This is your visual tab. You see what it's basically going to sort of look like. And then this is your text, your HTML tab. So what I want you to do is I want you to take this code, make sure that you're in the HTML tab, the text tab, because if you just grab the stuff from the visual tab, it won't work. So grab the text. It may work, but many times it doesn't. It's not accurate. So from your HTML or text tab, select it all, Command C. I know you're on an Apple, on a Mac, so copy that. Now what I want you to do is come up here to the top here and click Add New. Yeah, that's okay. We can leave page. We made no edit. Okay. Now we've added new, and we're going to call this Derek's how to add a blog post, and at the same time and to the time. Okay, so now we're going to come back over into the Not Visual tab. Be certain you're in the Text tab of your new post, and paste that code that you grabbed from the example that I gave you. Okay, so Derek's How To. This title is too long, which is why I'm changing it. So we'll just, obviously you're not going to use the same text from the last post sample. So we'll just go to hello all. This is how to add a blog post, and at the same time add to the tile at bottom of homepage. And then you can then when you want to, if you know it's going to be a really long post, that's when you add this, as I mentioned before. So then you would go blah blah blah. Okay. Now, remember all those samples I showed you in the blog entries? Just the image, the gallery, this is just a link that you probably might not end up using. The video, the audio, and so on. That's where these are all located, in the format section over here on the right hand side. So audio is that track. I'm not sure what aside is. I'm not sure what chat is. But you can play with these. When JT sets these up, I generally don't know. He just has fun with them. So in this case, we'll just, if we were going to use an image, a static image, you'd go over to, all the way down to the bottom, featured image, set featured image, and you can either grab the image, upload the image from your desktop, or grab it from your media library. So I'm going to grab my favorite Derek Bell painting, one of my favorites. And you'll see, because we've already used this image in your gallery, we've already gave it a title. We gave it a caption. Not really, we actually need a caption. Oh yeah, that's right. This is oil on canvas. Oil on canvas. The system does not utilize the description. Okay, so now you can go set featured image, and the next thing is you want to set this as a blog. And these other items here you can play with as well, but for this setup we use the blog. You see your featured images here, and now you click on, you can either click preview to see your changes before the world sees it, or you can click publish. I generally just go right to publish. Now my computer's running a little slow today, so now if we refresh, you will see that your post is not only within your blog section of your website. You see how everything's now bumped down, but it is also on your home page, hopefully. And there it is, Derek's How To. And you can use an image, or you can use a whatever. Like I told you, the video and so on. And look what's here. See that dot, dot, dot? That is a read more. So now if we go to click on this, it takes us to the right to your blog and right into the specific post. Okay, it doesn't take you just to the blog page, it takes you to the specific post. Okay, and that is how we do a blog post, as well as change the 3 tiles on the bottom of your home page. Hope it was helpful. See ya.